Welcome to an episode of Jazz Sports Talk, and welcome to the kickoff of the 2025-26 NFL season. That's right, week one is upon us. This video is just running a little behind schedule. I wanted to get it out way before it actually going to get released, but we are here looking to this unique aspect in terms of the NFL season and see how players go into new teams, how that transpires, and see that helps them out, and see if we have a repeat NFL champion, which we hadn't had in a little bit. Once again, I did not do a preseason. That's just my bad. Poor planning on my part. Not really paying attention too much. Had a lot of other things going on in the background, and it is what it is. But leading off to this season, Philadelphia is going to look to be hard to try and kick off that mountaintop. I mean, I think they have a really good chance of repeating, at least on the NFC side. Dallas always has good teams. Washington's looking to have a repeat performance of last year. I expect Detroit and Minnesota to be downgraded a bit this year. Detroit losing both coordinators. Minnesota will actually go with J.J. McCarthy. If he can stay healthy, Sam Darnold is already out the door over in Seattle. So you see if his tenure there really helped him improve as a quarterback. Chicago has a lot of upside. Green Bay looks phenomenal too. I mean, they're definitely a team to consider in NFC. 49ers, can they stay healthy? Same thing with the Rams. Arizona, Seattle, don't know. NFC South, they're just going to be in the playoffs. So I think for NFC, it's going to be between Philadelphia and Green Bay. I hate to say that, being a Bears fan. But I think it's going to be one of those two coming out of the NFC. I'm going to put more stock on Philly. AFC side, usual suspects. Buffalo coming out of the East with Miami right there. New England looks to be improved. The Jets with Justin Fields now as their starter. I think it's going to be the same issues. In the North, still Baltimore's division kind of really lose. I think Cincinnati should have a nice improvement. Pittsburgh now has Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback. We'll see how that one plans out. And Cleveland is just Cleveland. The South, I think that's just going to be Houston. Indianapolis, we'll see if there's any improvement there. Tennessee, looking for a new rookie. Jacksonville, get Trevor Lawrence, take this team over to the next hump. Who knows? Out West. Kansas City, I don't think will repeat as champions for the West Division. I do believe Denver and the LA Chargers are vastly improved. Denver's definitely ahead of schedule. But Kansas City is one of those teams, if they get into the playoffs, it's a team you have to watch out for because they always seem to find ways to win, unless they play in Cincinnati or in the Super Bowl. Those seems to be Cincinnati is their kryptonite, and the Super Bowl is a 50-50 shot. But looking at the AFC, it's just I think just wide open. Who can get hot at the right time? Who can come over that hurdle? I think Buffalo's window is pretty much closing. Baltimore's, I think they're about the same boat. Kansas City, like I said, if they're in the playoffs, they're going to be a hunt. But I'm going to do the same thing I did last year. Baltimore, Philadelphia, and I'm picking Philadelphia to repeat champions. So let's go ahead and kick things off for week one, Thursday night. Speaking of Philadelphia, the defending Super Bowl champs will play host to the Dallas Cowboys, who are without Micah Parsons because Jerry Jones and infinite wisdom decided to trade him to Green Bay. So Dallas defense is going to be suspect. So I guess Philly offense, plenty of opportunity. Can Philly's defense stop Dallas's offense? Dallas offense is going to be very good with Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. And that's about it. I do expect to see numbers being produced by Dak Prescott. I do see Dallas, making this a game. These are two coaches that everyone has problems with terms of management, with Sirianni and McCarthy. So it's just which one can make the less boneheaded mistakes. For me, I do like Philadelphia in this one. I think Philly should be able to survive this and starting a good track on their repeat. Then Friday night, we're heading back down to Brazil as the Chargers, year 2 of the Harbaugh experiment, will play Kansas City. It's going to be interesting to see how this one kind of turns out. There's not much change with Kansas City. It's pretty much the exact same team. Doing pretty good. Chargers, they've had their moments last year where they were just right there and just kind of fell apart. Is this the year they could do it? Is Kansas City going to stumble out the gate again? How much Travis Kelce is going to placate now? Now he's engaged. But Kansas City will seem to find a way. This is going to be a classic AFC West showdown in the Southern Continent. I will take the Chargers to edge out the Chiefs. It's just because it's just beginning of the season. They kick things off on Sunday. Tampa Bay will head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. I think these are the two teams that are the prime teams to win the NFC South. So that's saying a lot. Baker Mayfield should do very well for Tampa Bay. It's Atlanta's offense. They'll kind of get you kind of scratching your head, trying to see where they're going to go with this particular team. And I was going to take Atlanta. It's just they're at home, first game of the season, and we'll just kind of go from there. Now we're up to Ohio and Cleveland, City by the Lake, as the Browns will play host their in-state rival Cincinnati Bengals. And who knows who the quarterback is, who's not in trouble, who's going to still be there. I mean, they're 2 draft picks, and they two draft picks for quarterback. One has not really done much of anything, and another one has nothing but little issues. It is a conundrum what the heck Cleveland's doing at quarterback situation. The only bright spot they got is Myles Garrett. But we'll see how Cincinnati kind of placates. I think Cleveland defense could make this thing interesting for them, but just too many weapons on the Bengals to really stop them. And I think Joe Burrow should have a decent game against Cleveland. Then over to Indianapolis, as the Colts play host to the Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa can stay healthy and not knocked out. I think Miami should have a decent time frame. Indianapolis does have some weapons as well, especially if they get the running game going, which will help dictate and help their young quarterback. But I'll take Miami to win on the road. Head over to Foxborough. The Patriots play host to the Raiders. Raiders, not one of those teams where you're just kind of questioning what the heck's going on. New England's starting to possibly turn a new leaf, and Drake May is definitely one of those quarterbacks you look at, and they have potential. He showed some sparks with New England last year. That's a new system. He's got to get past that Vegas front line because Max Crosby is going to be a beast. But beyond that, there's nothing else scary about the Raiders. I'm going to give New England the chance to win at home. Down to Big Easy. The Cardinals come to town to take on the Saints. I think this is it for Kyler Murray's run in Arizona. It's there now or never to get these the Redbirds back in the playoffs. And for the Saints, a lot of question marks. I mean, it's a quality team. They're going to fight hard. They will make this a game. I won't be surprised if this game goes in overtime. That's how Arizona wins. That's how well I think New Orleans will fight most of the season. They'll probably stake a few games. Well, I'm not really expecting much out of the Saints, but I will give Arizona a slight edge on this one. Now to the Meadowlands, or East Rutherford, should I say specifically, as the Jets will play host to Pittsburgh, and Aaron Rodgers return to the Big Apple as the opposing quarterback. Justin Fields taking on his former team. See which one will come out a little bit better. it's the Jets. I'm not expecting much. Pittsburgh, great defense. T.J. Watt will be in the backfield. Justin Fields may not have much time to really set. And Justin Fields, one of these quarterbacks that needs time to set. I don't think he's learned yet how to be a little bit mobile passer. But if he runs, it's going to be a different story. Aaron Rodgers is a very stoic quarterback, but DK Metcalf as his primary target. I have a feeling he's going to have a good pitch and catch with him. And I'll give it to Pittsburgh because just some star power they got on offense and the defense the way it is. I'll give Pittsburgh be able to win in New York. And then the Commanders will play host to the Giants to kick off their NFC East run. And I do believe the Commanders will give the Eagles all they can handle this year. The Giants, there's not much I'm really looking at to kind of go, yeah, this is the team to really kind of watch out for. I don't see that, but stranger things have happened on Sunday, any given Sunday. But I will give it to Washington to be able to edge out the Giants at home. Then we head down to Jacksonville as the Jaguars will host the 95 Bowl against the Carolina Panthers. That's right. Both teams came in the league in 1995. They faced off in the that preseason in the Hall of Fame game, and one of the greatest gaffes, they lined up on the wrong side for the kickoff. But looking at that, Carolina's probably had a little bit better tenure in the league. Since that time frame, Panthers have reached the Super Bowl, and Jaguars have kind of close, made it to the AFC Championship game, but never quite making it to the big game. Both have younger quarterbacks. Travis Lawrence, I think this is kind of his last giddy-up in Jacksonville. If he can't do it now, I think he'll be going somewhere else. But for Carolina, they got talent. They just don't have any direction right now. I have a feeling Jacksonville's going to find ways to make this pretty much a one-cat race. And I do believe the Jags will knock off the Panthers. Then up to the Mile House City as Bo Nix will play host to Tennessee. For the Titans, once again, he's one of these teams I think something to try to find themselves now with a new quarterback leading the charge. And Bo Nix is really he rose to stardom pretty quick. The way this team's being coached right now, they are in good position. They should make a decent run this year. I would not be surprised if they challenge the big three in the AFC, being the Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens. And I'm going to say Denver knocks out Tennessee in their home debut. Way up to the Pacific Northwest, the Seahawks play host to the 49ers. This went up battle back and forth just because how these teams kind of play and they're trying to establish themselves. If the 49ers stay healthy, their offenses are right. It's the defense is a little shaky right now. And Seattle, can Darnold actually survive now, not being under a good system, going to the Seahawks and trying to make his presence felt and say, hey, I am a quarterback. I mean, he's bounced around a couple teams so far. I mean, San Francisco, he kind of helped rebuild his confidence. So he's got to take on his former mentor and Shanahan, his former coach, kind of helped him out. So we'll see how this plays out for him. But I'm going with San Francisco to win this one on the road. Then we head to the Lambeau Field, the People Stadium. The Packers play host to the Detroit Lions. Detroit has got to find their identity on offense and defense without their coordinators. Injuries plagued that defense towards the end of the season. It's part of the reason why they were just winning out in the playoffs and didn't really do much. A lot of people still have a lot of faith in this team. They will still have a very good season. Don't get me wrong. I think it's going to take a few more games for them to kind of really cement everything on both offense and defense and kind of move forward. As long as they stay healthy, this team will be dangerous. In Green Bay, it's just one of these teams that Find ways. Yeah, Jordan Love's going to make it a little interesting. That's just what he does. Michael Parsons is looking to try to play this week. So that way he can make his Packers debut and really elevate that defense, that very young defense of Green Bay. But Green Bay is just one of these teams that always seems to find ways to make themselves relevant. They're coached extremely well. I think Green Bay will knock off Detroit in week number 1. Then out to L.A. where the Rams play host to the Texans. I went back and forth on this one too because the health of Matthew Stafford still in question. I mean, now you don't have Cooper Kupp. He went up to Seattle. Now it's Puka Nakua's team, and there's a lot of question marks there. But McVay is just one of these coaches he gravitate to. He knows how to coach. He knows how to get everything out of his team. In Houston, C.J. Stroud, that young talent, both in offense and defense. For this team, they are coached extremely well as well. And I think they're going to be poised to also challenge the big three of the AFC and make their presence known as well. I went back and forth. I am going with the Rams, but I am very uneasy of this one. I do think Houston has the capability to win on the road and possibly escape L.A. with the W. Sunday night, a big game between two premier quarterbacks that always have great games in the regular season, great games in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens head out to Western New York to take on Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, in a huge matchup in the AFC to start the season. Boy, oh boy, this should be a dandy between these two. I do think that these could be like the last hurrahs for these two quarterbacks with these teams, the way it's currently situated. There's just, they always seem to do well during the season, and by the time it gets to the playoffs, there's something along the lines where they stumble. And I always go to Baltimore saying they have the shot to go, and they never do. I've done that with Buffalo a few years ago. I was picking Buffalo back-to-back, and they never went. So these two fan bases they know their team is good. They know they can make it to the Super Bowl, but they can't seem to get there. And that, I don't know. I think the loser of this game might actually win the AFC. But being at home, I'm going to give Buffalo a slight edge. But nothing against Baltimore. It's just trying to, one, corral King Henry. If you do that, then you have Lamar Jackson. What are you going to do? But then you got Josh Allen on the other side who just runs like Derrick Henry, throws like Lamar Jackson. So you got issues all around. But like I said, I give Buffalo a slight edge. Once again, it's just like the Texans and Rams game. I'm not very confident with it at all. And then Monday night, Minnesota, maybe J.J. McCarthy's season debut. He'll get his debut in the NFL. His NFL debut, in fact. He'll take on Caleb Williams and the much improved Chicago Bears. Now, there's been a lot of change. They have the Detroit offensive coordinator as a head coach. There's been showing a lot of improvement during the preseason. Of course, that's preseason. Don't take a lot of stock in that. But Caleb Williams, if he's given time and his offensive line looks like they're giving him time, has time to throw, he makes very good throws. And he's proved it last year as well. Minnesota, lots of weapons. JJ has yet to really take on NFL talent, regular season talent. Except preseason talent, a little different. But can he get it out in time to Justin Jefferson? Can the Minnesota defense play havoc on Chicago? Can the Bears defense take away the Vikings toys, have JJ maybe beat him by his feet. There are a lot of question marks, I think, on both teams right now. I'm being a little biased on this one. I'll be completely honest. But I will take the Bears to edge out the Vikings to start the season 1-0. But there you go. Those are my Week 1 picks. I think it's pretty standard right now, early in the season. Trying to figure out how teams are being played and so how everything stacks up. As the season develops, you'll start seeing who are the pretenders, who are the contenders. But let me know down below what you think of these picks. Do you think I'm dead wrong on a lot of these? You like the fact I picked Philly and Baltimore again for the Super Bowl? Or just kind of just repeating myself? Let's mix it up down below. The more we engage, the better boost the algorithm, more boost the YouTube algorithm, the almighty YouTube algorithm. It gives this video out to the masses so everyone can enjoy this. Another thing you can do is hit the thumbs up. I really greatly appreciate it. It really helps this video out. And help this channel out. You can subscribe. Now, if you do, it doesn't cost you a thing. You click that bell icon, click the subscribe button, turn on notifications so next time I post any more content on my channel. And I'll see you next time on Chat Sports Talk.